Next up, at UFC Vegas 108, we have the featured prelim of the evening. We have Nick Klein taking on Andrey Pulyaev. Nick Klein 6-2 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5. He's coming off that knockout loss to Mansour Abdul Malik, taking on Andrey Pulyaev, 9-3 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5. He's coming off that loss in his UFC debut. Nick Klein's a guy that they brought in to lose, and that's exactly what he did. He was there to build up Mansour Abdul Malik, and in turn, he knocked that dude down, had him on ice skates, and almost won by knockout, which was very, very nerve-wracking. If you zoom out and you look at his actual skill sets, he's a solid grappler. He's long, he's lean, so he's a rangy striker as well. When he is striking, he wants to stay on the outside. He'll punch a jab. He'll throw some leg kicks to keep you at distance. He eventually will take a shot. He does a pretty good job lowering his level, shooting actual takedowns, then transition to BJJ. On his feet, he actually is pretty soft. He's a little uncomfortable, even though he did land the big one and rock Malik for a little bit there. He's taking on Andrey Pulyaev. Solid striker. He takes his time. He keeps his things pretty tight. He's very tall. He uses range well. He uses his jab more often than most do, but many times there's nothing behind it. It's just literally jab, 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 like when Jacob and I fought. Just jabbed the absolute shit out of him until his nose bled. He eventually...
You know that was a blood packet that I brought?
Oh, wow. It's convenient now, huh? He does a nice job working the body on the feet. He will transition to a takedown or two when he needs them. He's coming off that loss to Christian Leroy Duncan, where the cage defense was pretty solid. Going into his UFC debut, I called Nick Klein a jiu-jitsu nerd. Then he had Mansour on ice skates, had him fully rocked. So you can imagine the stress I was feeling. We were with a couple of families. I think I had Mansour in the safety parlay. It was me, the neighbors across the street, the neighbors around the corner. So I was with a couple of other families. It was after volleyball? I forget what it was. But we were there, and I remember there was a wait for the table. So we're outside, and I just had my phone propped up, and I'm just like, oh my God.
You really know how to extend a story. Why did you just randomly tell a story about you being at a restaurant?
Because I watched Nick Klein land that shot.
I was with this couple. Was it after volleyball? I'm not really sure, but we were at this. I'm sitting there.
I just added that part so you didn't think I set it up without you.
I just ordered the calamari, and I asked for extra sugar in my sweet tea.
I don't drink CT, and it's always Mexican, even though I'm getting sick of Mexican.
You said what now?
Food. I do love it, but like that's all these people want to fucking eat. That's all they want to eat. 99% of going out to eat here is fucking Mexican.
Don't you disrespect my hermanos.
Don't you forget about
mi hermanos.
Nick Klein made that fight dicey. I was insanely stressed about it, but it ended up going the way it was supposed to go. He is a bit of a jiu-jitsu nerd. I don't think it's going to matter here. I think Pulyaev is just such a good striker. He's also rangy. I think he's going to get Nick Klein uncomfortable, and he's not going to chase a knockout. That's sort of what got Mansour a little in trouble there, as he chased. So Pulyaev is the pick, and I have a bet on him. I bet on him at -112, so beat that line a little bit. Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, Pulyaev by head kick KO. Just remember I said that. You don't need to tag me and thank me for all this stuff, but it's going to be his rear leg, Nick Klein off the top of his fucking head. And that's just what's going to happen. Nick Klein, the way he fucking leans and everything, it's just fucking just a 1 + 1 = 2. That's what's going to happen in this fight. I do worry a little bit because Nick Klein seems to like just be very opportunistic in fights like that. The Contender Series fight, boom, just on his back, choked him really, really fast. The Mansour fight, spinning back fist, almost got that done. Just weird stuff keeps happening, so maybe he's able to find something here. I haven't seen enough from Pulyaev or really Nick Klein to really make a really steady read on here. So while I agree that Pulyaev should be tall enough to withstand kind of the takedowns, because these tall guys are kind of, in my experience, especially in like the jiu-jitsu room and stuff like that, the taller guys are a little bit harder to take down. And he seems like he knows what he's doing in the takedown defense, and he should be the better striker. So I understand the pick. I understand the play. Me personally, I just need to see more. And Nick Klein seems to find himself in situations where it is very advantageous for him. So if he does it again, I'm not going to be surprised.
Yeah, listen, I think he's a jiu-jitsu nerd, and his height, he is very tall, right? I think his height benefits him on his feet, but he's not going to be taller here. He's not going to be the more technical striker here. So he's going to need to have incredible takedowns to get this to the ground, and Pulyaev showed us in the Christian Leroy Duncan fight, who's supposed to be a high-level striker, that he turned into a wrestler. that his takedown defense against the cage is pretty solid. So I'm on the Pulyaev side. Sounds like you are as well. $8,400 in DraftKings Fantasy. If there's a finish there, that certainly will be worth it. You can check out every pick, every bet, every tool right now at WeWantPicks.com. It is only $10 for an entire month. A couple super chats. Gucci Gill, $1.99. Oh, I already did this one. Angela Overbreski. We appreciate you, Gucci. Not only is that logically and sound, appreciate the 2-spot. Tittlefits. Jacob, my birthday is Saturday. Can I get a wild bet? I think.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Angela. He asked me a question, but go ahead.
You already said this one. I was going to say I think Vieira by knockout's pretty wild.
That's not what I was going to say, but if you want to go ahead and give that out for me, go ahead, Angela.
Go ahead. No, give him a wild bet.
No, go ahead. I had it. I was getting ready to say it, but you said that you knew better than me what I was going to say, so we'll just leave it at that.
All right, perfect. Thank you, Tittlefits. Jacob's wild bet officially for you is Vieira by knockout. And look at this guy pretending he's ever had a girlfriend. Nerd.
Rebovix by submission.
Well, we didn't get there yet. So anybody who has a car as a profile picture has never had a girlfriend. That is an objective fact. Everybody knows that.